Figure it out!
Hello, this is Adam Koralik with Figure It Out Productions. The following video is part of our Quick Shoot series and is intended to aid the Dreamcast and gaming community. So here it is, the European Sega Dreamcast. Just taking a look at the system here. It's the PAL version, because it's your friend. No, it's actually because of the electrical standard. Anyway, looking at the front of it, it's got a blue swirl. The reason for that is because in Europe there was already some company that had the orange swirl trademarked, so Sega said, okay, we'll just change the color and we're fine. Everything else about it, looks the same, except for the bottom, which has a few different stickers indicating electrical standards, as I mentioned earlier. They use PAL. So if you actually try to, import this thing and just play it by just plugging in an American power supply into that, you're going to fry it. So don't do that. I'll show you how to do it correctly. So don't just import it and plug it in because you'll destroy it. Anyway, on the bottom, it uses a 50 Hertz video output as opposed to 60 Hertz, which is what we use. Thankfully, it's pretty smart and it can automatically convert it over, provided you don't, screw it up by putting in the wrong kind of power. So yeah, on here it was made in Indonesia, which is cool. It's interesting to see what parts of the world get their stuff made in other parts of the world. Yeah, so there's multiple languages and fun stuff. Over here we have the box. Europe got pretty good boxes, I think. This is much more interesting than the box I think that we got. That's just my opinion. So the front's solid blue like that. The sides are all kind of cool. Mentioning different countries: UK, France, Deutschland, Germany. Yeah, cool. Also compatible with Windows CE, obviously. And then there's the back, which is cool because it's in multiple languages and shows off some of the accessories and so forth. But yeah, this thing, the Dreamcast launched on September 14th, 1999 in Europe. Why it wasn't launched on September 9th, 1999, like it was in North America, I'm not entirely certain. My guess, and this is basically a guess, but 9/9/99 probably was not a Tuesday, which is when the US launches pretty much everything that it comes out with. And because Sega probably wanted it to come out on 9/99 just because of the, the value of that day. Whereas in Europe, that probably, for some reason, meant less to them. And they launch all their stuff on Fridays. So September 14th was probably a Friday, and they had, business reasons for doing it when they did. I don't know, it was just a different view of how to release it. For those interested, I believe the Australian version of the Dreamcast looked exactly the same as the European one. It had the blue swirl and all that. Probably really, the stickers might be a little bit different. I don't know. I don't have an Australian one. I would get one, but I already talked about that in a different video. But yeah, that's the Dreamcast. It looks good to have this with the exclusive PAL games, which is part of the reason I got it. If you're a fan, I say get it. This is not the easiest version of the Dreamcast to come by, just because a lot of European sellers don't really want to ship these over. I'm not really sure why. They're less willing to do it than, say, Japanese sellers, but I don't know. You're an American, or a Canadian, or possibly even Japanese, I don't know. But you've got all these things, and you go, how do I make this European Dreamcast work in my country? Because my power is going to destroy it. I have this. This is my power standard. Alright? But, I've got this thing. It looks like it'll fit. Look, it plugs in. I could do it. No, you can't. If you do that, you're going to destroy this thing. So you have to take the one they gave you. You plug that in there. Trust me on this one. Then, of course, you look at your wall and you go, Adam, that's not going to fit. Look at this thing. This is crazy. And to European friends, I'm sure ours looks insane. But anyway, you're like, I can't do that. Yes, you can. You need this. Okay? You need this box. It's a step up and down transformer. It does not actually transform. So, what you do is you get one of these things, and you plug it in like so. And then you, of course, plug it in. You recognize that, don't you? Yeah. You plug that into, our power supply. And then you turn this on, Didn't go on, but that's because it's not actually plugged in. I don't know if you saw that. It's over there. You turn that on while this is on, and then your Dreamcast here, when it's plugged in, it's European, turn it on, it's going to work. It's going to be pretty sweet. You're probably going to be happy about it. Just make sure on the back here, on this one I have anyway, that the input voltage is set to 110, because that's what we have here, is 110. And it's going to output, I believe, at 220, right there. That's how this works. Get one of these. That is the only way to make it function. I highly recommend it. It's very good. So here we have the European version of the Dreamcast. It of course has the blue swirl, as you can see there. And it does not have a blue light on the front of the Dreamcast, contrary to popular belief. It's orange. If anyone has a blue one, they did it on their own. They customized it. And of course I chose Shenmue 1, the European version. And I'm running it through that power box thing that I showed you earlier, so it doesn't get fried. You just can't see it. Now here, this is what I was talking about with the signals. This is supposed to display in 50 Hz, and the game will display in 60 Hz because I'm doing it through a VGA monitor. But I have to, make a dedicated save for that purpose. Let's just go ahead and do that so you can see what the game, kind of looks like. Although, really, it doesn't look any different. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you so desire. However, we'd really appreciate it if you'd check out our other videos that are of a higher production caliber. Thank you.